Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Friends, it's time to take it on down the road as we watch Agatha All Along, Season 1, Episode 2, Circle Sewn with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate. Sounds like a spell to me, my friends. Before we get started, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you whenever we go live with Agatha or any of our sci-fi content. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then, and this is now. And now it's time to watch Agatha All Along, Season 1, Episode 2, Circle Sewn with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go!
I am not the only one that wants to see you dead.
I expect you'll see them at sundown.
We were promised the Salem 7, so Circle Sewn with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate.
There's no more of this.
Let's see what they got ready for us.
Okay.
I mean, you really can't keep this kid tied up at some point.
Be sure to tell the Vengeance Seekers I said hi.
Take me to Witch's Road.
Ooh. What is this promised road? I wanna...
The Witch's Road. I want you to take me there. Please?
Playing the theme song.
The road will give you the thing you want the most, if you make it to the end. And I can. I will.
What do you want the most, kid?
Road is no place for a kid.
I'm 16.
Oh, sorry. Teen.
16.
The ballad, legend, lore
But it will kill you.
didn't kill you.
Well, I'm exceptional.
That's my point.
That's why I found you.
That's why I saved you from the spell you were under. No, it was my pleasure.
If you've got the goods to break a spell cast by the Scarlet Witch.
So he did do it. Maybe untie him?
If you want to run, fine. But these people who are coming tonight sound serious. You really think you can outrun them with no magic at all?
If it's the Salem 7, you're in deep shit, from what I remember. There's hair in this, right? Yeah.
Who are you?
My name is...
What? Is he under a spell and he doesn't know it?
Say again.
There's an M.
All right. Let's hit the road.
Maybe untie him?
And this is not a car. Okay. That's all right. That's totally fine.
Oh my god, that was her car. She was driving as a detective. Oh, I love it.
Oh my god, are you taking me to meet your coven?
No, those harpies are dust. But we do need a coven to access the road.
I'm over here.
Oh, are you?
I like this kid. Is that, what is the saying? It's home is what you make it. Is that what it says? Home is where you make it. I'm not sure I ever noticed that before.
In any 3-mile radius, there will be a collection of witchy enough people to form a coven.
Witchy enough.
Even the most down-and-out witches, when in close proximity with each other, bring out a magical spark.
Nice, that works. Psychic.
I feel really optimistic about this.
I like this kid a lot. Now, can he be part of the coven? Oh, Patti LuPone. Are you kidding me? There she is.
His daddy recently passed, and we miss him something awful, and we surely would love...
She's down. She already figured this out.
Please.
Thank you. You're a doll.
Catherine Hahn, something else.
Debit works. He always takes care of Mama.
Everybody, Patti LuPone is a huge, most of you, I'm sure everybody knows, is a huge Broadway star. She also stopped a performance when somebody's cell phone went off in the audience. And yes, called him out.
There's something else.
Why are you a liar, right?
Someone you hurt. They took your agency. For 3 years.
Ho, ho, ho. Specific times.
In a way, few do. In fact, that's why you're here.
Oh, man. You found a coven
And I
member.
am not interested.
Ooh.
Your bank statement will say Lilia's leggings, but that's just my side hustle.
Lilia.
What witch in her right mind would join Agatha Harkness's coven?
Looks like we came to the right place.
Don't you miss the glory days?
When I was chased out of every village I passed through for accurately predicting tragedy? No, I do not.
I'm gonna walk the road.
Ooh. Has she ever been able to walk it?
The road is a death wish.
I survived.
Yeah? Where's your power now?
Ooh.
To coven up with the single most infamous witch on this continent?
Oh, please. Name a badder bitch in South America. Or Europe.
This is my pet. Say hi, pet.
Hi.
Oh, don't be mean. I like this kid.
I can't steal your magic unless you blast me with it. So if you show a little self-restraint, the path you're currently on leads nowhere.
Ooh.
What is happening?
Witchcraft.
There. A list of 4 names. Looks like you've got your coven. Leave me out of it.
You're on here.
She wrote her own name. That's like automatic writing. Cool. Liking this quite a bit.
Who's next?
Is he on the list? Can you read his name? Because he can't say it. I am picking my brain trying to figure out, remember the Salem 7. I just remember them being bad. Real bad.
My probiotic candles are perfect for both ambiance and metabolic regulation.
Biotic candles.
I'm fresh out of marbles and my pelvic floor is all over the place.
They all know her.
I'm offering you the chance to finally lift the binding spell that has kept you magicless for the last, what, century?
You look amazing.
I know.
Okay, so she's powerless too.
How far you've fallen, witch killer.
At least I'm still a witch.
Hi, I love your Insta page, by the way. You totally minimized the size of my pores.
Who's this? Another child sacrifice?
I'm really sorry about your recent legal troubles.
Oh my God.
Historically,
Jen, okay.
we as a group don't do well in courtrooms.
Historically.
You think I haven't tried everything to unbind, you freaky little miscreant?
Hey!
You've tried everything but the road.
This kid coming into his own.
She's a blood witch.
A blood witch is...
Child of a witch. In this case, her mom was a witch. And also a famous goddess of rock.
What?
Lorna Wu and the Coral Shore.
Take it easy.
She wrote the most famous version of the ballad. I bid on a limited edition signed LP of the ballad, but it cost more than I make in a whole summer at the Hokey Pokey Bowl.
I don't want to ever hear those words paired together again.
So she's a blood witch, and obviously the crow and the rat, everyone's spying on her. Yep.
Rumor has it Lorna Wu was lost to the Witch's Road.
What?
I know.
Really?
Alice Wu Gulliver, I'm Agatha Harkness. This is my familiar Toto.
Toto!
Your old lieutenant convinced me to give you a shot, but you've been nothing but bad luck. You're fired.
Well, this isn't a real good way to get somebody to help you.
What if you could finally answer the question that has been haunting you for most of your life?
What happened to your mom?
What happened to Mommy?
Yep. That's the edge for her. That fourth name, though, it's either the kids or it's Aubrey Plaza's. We're not supposed to know either of those names.
Where are you from?
Me? Originally, I mean, I was born and
She can't hear anything about his history. He can't give any specifics about himself.
it's nice to get to know each other a little bit.
And he has no idea he's ensorcelled. This is crazy. I like this. And there's the M signature across his mouth whenever he tries to say his name. M. I think it's an M. Oh my God, so we had the crow, the rat, and the wolf. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say these are not common occurrences here in Westview. Welcome, Coven. This kid's a riot.
Jennifer Kale, potions.
Lilia Calderu, divination. You're bound.
And you need a chemical peel.
Ooh, these two are gonna get along great.
Gang's all here. Let's hit the road.
Wait,
Love it.
where's our green witch?
Oh, do we really need one of those?
Of course we do. Says who?
The ballad.
So we need a green witch.
It wasn't a name. It was a heart.
A heart?
A black heart.
Aubrey Plaza. They are really hammering in this Blackheart stuff. We'll talk a little bit about that in a spoiler section after.
Well, you look fabulous.
Oh, thank you, Miss.
Is she a witch?
Mrs. Hart was what Wanda, granted me, you know. So, are we doing laundry together?
Why don't you head upstairs and let us just do our thing, okay?
You're not gonna leave him?
Okay, but you'll let me know when.
Yep, I'll scoop.
No. Oh, come on now. This kid better come along or I'm gonna have some big problems with the show.
All we need to do is sing the ballad, and a door will appear.
I love this kid. Oh, he's such a mystery. I have an idea too, but sundown. The 7 will be coming.
Seekest thou the road to all that's foul and fair?
Here we go.
Gather sisters, fire, water, earth, and air. Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road.
Ooh, I like this song.
Circle sewn with fate, unlock thy hidden gate.
He said the thing.
Marching ever forward, neath the...
Ooh, kid, get back in there.
I hold death's hand in my...
Herb, you get back in there too.
Are you seeing this?
Primal,
Oh, he sees it too.
if sun be gone.
The 7. Get out of here. Everybody get out of here.
Down the witch's road,
Oh my God.
down the witch's road.
Kid, go kid.
The road is wild and wicked, winding through the...
I'd love for Mrs. Davis to all of a sudden know the words. You know, kid, they're coming. It's not gonna stop them. Was that blood or mascara that came out of her eye? Ah, this is... That was awesome. That was a really cool sequence.
Well, if she wasn't so pitchy.
Says the voice flatter than a pancake.
Yeah, Patty LaPone. Come on now. Come on now, everybody. Patty LaPone's pitchy.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Kid, you need to get downstairs.
Before letting you befoul it with your noxious mediocrity.
Reverse psychology?
You had no intention of bringing us on the road.
It's not my fault. Only a true coven can open the door.
Come on now.
What is that?
The door.
Was that there before?
It most certainly was not. No, get the kid, man. Do not leave this kid. I'm loving this kid. All of you, yeah. This is very interesting. Get down here, kid.
Because we should really, really go, like, right now.
No, thank you.
Go, kid. First one down.
Wow.
What does your gut tell you?
Oh.
What does your gut tell you? Time to run. Watch it just turn into floor. Oh my God, that's freaky. It's just rock now, I bet. Nice. Now, just remember, they could probably sing the song too. Love this. Really cool, really spooky. This is an area of the MCU I've never read the comic books or anything, so this is all new for me. I only know the broad strokes, the big tent poles of like the occult Marvel universe. That is cool. I love this kid. Who is this kid? I need to know the actor's name too. He is crushing it. Oh, you can't wear shoes? I got chills. This is looking really cool. The shoes are in a pentagram. Nice. Really good one, Jack. Jack Schaefer is the director. Also the creative writer and the series showrunner. All right, everybody, we just got done watching Agatha All Along, Season 1, Episode 2. Circle Sewn with Fate, unlock thy hidden gate. And the only thing left to do is to talk about it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching Agatha All Along, Season 1, Episode 2, Circle Sewn with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate. Really liked it, friends. I can see now why they brought out 2 episodes, with the premiere, because the first episode did a lot of catch up. It was a lot of, hey, we've got 3 years of Agatha's life that we need to, like, explain to you how the spell worked, how Westview is doing, what's the state of sort of like, not a broad strokes, but like, this is the occult world, this is the fall of the, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Multiverse of Madness. This is a world without a Scarlet Witch right now. There's a lot going on in that occult side of the Marvel or the MCU that has been destabilized at the very least. We've had a lot of, whether it be the Sorcerer Supreme having problems, we've had a lot of just conflict and things like that. So it's very destabilized right now. And, we need to kind of be brought up to speed with that. And it was done on a micronized level with just Agatha. This is what Agatha's been through. This is kind of like the fall of Wanda's spell, how she was able to break out. Now, building off of this, the brief thing about Wanda and her kind of removal from the MCU as it stands, I can see where as a device, Agatha is needed now, because I think a lot of people have said, why is this show even around? I can see why it's around now very, very well. The MCU needs a representative of all of these different, the cosmic, the Sorcerer Supreme, the occult side. And without Wanda there, you don't have a ready-made face or a ready-made character to kind of step into a role if they need something for Captain America, or they need something for Thunderbolts, or, they need some type of touchstone or a moment, or, a person to help explain something. That's where you need a Wanda, and if you don't have her, that's where you need an Agatha. And I don't want to dismiss Agatha, who's powerful in her own right, but you need to establish a character that you can use in the future. And I don't necessarily think that the entirety of this series is built around making Agatha a tool for future properties. I definitely think they're explaining this character and bringing about. I have a theory, and we'll talk about it at the end whenever I don't want to spoil anything for everybody. But right now, just looking at the events of this episode alone, really, really well done. I'm very, very happy with the kind of coven and collection of actors that were brought in to play that coven. Really strong so far. Patti LuPone, obviously, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge mark for her. So I'm going to always sing her praises. But the thing is, she deserves to have her praises sung. She is fucking awesome. She is really, really good. Now, what I wanted to tell you during the reaction, and I'm sure many of you know this, but Miss LuPone was on stage one time, and obviously an incredibly stressful environment, especially for somebody who is a perfectionist of their craft, somebody that is really working towards, really takes it seriously. And that is, I don't know how else to describe Patti LuPone. She is somebody that is serious about the art of acting. not to the detriment of being like a stick in the mud or anything like that, but this is her craft. This is what she does. And, it is very important to her, and its delivery and execution is incredibly important to her. And here she is standing on the stage of Broadway. And you are warned in Broadway numerous times to turn your shit off. Your cell phones, your whatever, your anything that could disrupt the live performance that is occurring feet from you. She's sitting in there doing on stage by herself, doing a monologue, and I don't think there's any other actors present on stage. And she's delivering a line, and cell phone goes off. And yeah, I think you can actually see this online. I think they actually got somebody else recorded it, some other shithead, who had their phone on. But I'm gonna have to watch it again because I can't remember exactly what she said, but she ripped shit. I mean, she's pissed. And initially people were like, I can't believe she got so mad. And I can't believe that she didn't jump out into the crowd like Axl Rose and throttle whoever was had that phone. So I love her. I will I'm not making excuses for her. I am supporting every decision that she makes on that stage because she is one of our greatest people that we have. Having her involved with this property immediately, in my mind, elevates its cred. Immediately, if Patti LuPone's on that show, bump, it's one of those. It's a name and an actor that can make your expectations rise for any property in which she's a part of, and so that's exactly what happened for me. The rest of everybody I don't know as well. I don't know the other actors as well, but I was very impressed by their performances. Those one-on-ones with Catherine Hahn, really, really good. Catherine Hahn is playing the kind of the diabolical Agatha Harkness that they want for the MCU. I don't remember her being so mean. She was a nanny for Franklin Richards, the son of Sue and Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. And I remember her just being like she was very like portrayed visibly as older. She had gray hair, that Victorian kind of like high neck outfit on all the time, very witchy. Had like a cat, I think, all the time. Really cool stuff. But again, I don't remember her being mean. But Catherine Hahn's playing it great, and she's having fun with it, and you can tell. The song was fantastic. The song was really cool. It was really catchy, but at the same time, it wasn't forced in there. Like, you could see that this song was a spell. You could feel its weight. You could feel its kind of the ominous quality that it had. It had that light, airy kind of, I can't mimic it because I can't sing a note, but it had that light, airy quality, but it also just spoke of danger, and I love that. I love that so much. You all know, okay, real quick though, before we get into my last thing and then the spoilers, the Salem 7, who I'm assuming that was who we saw appear there outside of Agatha's house in Westview. The Salem 7, all I can remember, and most of the time, because I wasn't a huge fan of the occult thing, that kind of creature side of comics, I never liked horror movies, so I think that's probably why I never really got into it. I always read them when I went over to my friend's house and enjoyed the hell out of them, but I didn't really read them enough to be able to know certain things other than names that kind of ping from different properties that were kind of brought up in like West Coast Avengers or something. So, with this one, I can say enough to get us into trouble, and that's why I'm going to kind of reserve anything I say until the very, very end for spoilers, because I'm probably wrong about them anyway, and I don't want to ruin any type of reveals. But as it stands right now, with everything that was kind of portrayed in this episode, the star of this episode, it was the kid. We had the Salem 7. They seem to be very bad, and I want to finish that thought as I got diverted by my thoughts of the kid. But the Salem 7 is sort of like Agatha's foil, like her main adversaries. So that's all I can remember, and I don't remember what kind of power set they have. I assume kind of like occult, witchy type of stuff. I don't know that though. I don't know if there's like different members of the 7. I can't remember. I just remember they're bad. I remember they're like the enemy, so to speak, of Agatha. But for me, friends, the scene stealer episode and potential series stealer is the kid. The kid and the kid's story are what I am 100% invested in. We've got this kid who is a delightful actor who I will find the name out of. I feel about this actor so far initially like I felt about Ella Purnell when I first saw her in Fallout. I was like, who is this? and Maximus in Fallout. I was like, who is this? Who are these young, amazing actors? And I feel that way about this kid. Really good presence, really good reactionary, really good give and take with Catherine Hahn, which is a tough ask. Patty LaPone, the kid's holding his own. Come on now. The way to go. I really, really enjoy this kid, and I can't wait to see more. But his story. What's your name? Oh, but it up. And there's an M, a M or maybe a W if it's upside down. We'll say that he seems to be unaware of. Oh, tell me a little bit about yourself. And the volume of his voice goes down so he can't reveal any details. Now, I wonder if that's just specific to Agatha or anybody. Whenever his boyfriend called, it just said boy F. Like you weren't even given any information like by peripheral people who he acts, someone else that could say, oh, that's Jim, or that's it's like nothing is being revealed about this kid. I love it. Now, with all that being said, let's do some spoilers. So if you don't want to have anything ruined or you don't want to speculate, I don't know. I mean, I certainly don't know if any of this stuff is going to happen. It's pure speculation. But if it happens to, I don't want to ruin anything for you. So if that's the case, Vulcan rolling. I love you all. I'll talk to you in a bit. Anybody that wants to stick around for spoilers, count of three. 3, 2, 1. Nicholas Scratch is Agatha's son. Boom! All right. So Nicholas Scratch, who we met last episode, or that we alluded to last episode, when we saw those little drawings, Nicky Scratch and stuff like that, that's Agatha Harkness's son in the comic books. Now, whether or not that they portray that in the MCU is another thing altogether. Looks like they're alluding to it, but they could easily say something like, he was lost. There was a mention, oh, this is another child sacrifice, which pinged for me weirdly because I thought, oh my God, you didn't sacrifice Nick, did you? Now, with all that being said, so Nicholas Scratch was her son, and for a minute, I was like, oh, is the kid her son, and she can't remember her own son? But then he said, my mom died. Now, again, it could be maybe a foster mother or somebody he believed to be his mother or adopted mother, something like that, and not biological like Agatha would be in the comics. I don't know. No clue. And again, I'm not sure how that plays into everything other than this broadens and familiarizes us with Agatha. Also, if it turns out to be her son, it provides us with another witch that could join something like a Young Avengers or something like that, right? Now, the other spoiler thing I wanted to mention was, and this was where we get a little bit deep into the lore, and I talked about things that I think they're being kind of like hinted at. Aubrey Plaza has been mentioned twice now as having a black heart. Oh, you wrote a heart in black. It's just black ink. And last, you don't even have a heart. I do, and it's black. Blackheart, in the comic books, the character of Blackheart is the son of Mephisto. Now, this could easily be, changed to make Aubrey Plaza the child of Mephisto as Blackheart. Mephisto is the devil-esque character and a huge villain in the MCU, probably the biggest villain they have yet to even hint that is coming. Because we have Doom now is revealed as Robert Downey Jr. So, Mephisto is probably the last of the big pantheon of, Galactus maybe too, if you want to throw in something, but I'm sure we'll get mention of that in Fantastic Four. So, bringing in, but they've been hesitant. The backstory is this. They are very, very, very hesitant to bring in, and I'm going to probably get this wrong, and I don't mean to be culturally insensitive when I say this. So I'm going to say as I understand it. One of the main reasons why they don't want to bring Mephisto in is because Mephisto's appearance looks, whatever, red-horned, devil with a forked tongue type of thing. Any image you can think of, kind of a caricature of the devil, that's what Mephisto looks like. The problem with that is that image, and again, I want to make sure I get this as close to right as I can. That image of the devil is like a no-no in China. And so the MCU is very scared to kind of basically eliminate one of their huge, bases of viewers, by bringing out something like this that probably wouldn't get shown in China because of the images of, Mephisto. So, a good workaround for that to kind of ease everybody into it would be to bring Mephisto's kid in, and that could easily be Aubrey Plaza. But end of spoilers. Those are I'm thinking. I have no idea if that's the case, but those are just the things that I thought of. All right, friends. So until we get into episode 3 and see where this road's going to take us, I wish you all well, and look around. Make sure the Seven's not following you. Vulcan roll, everybody, and I'll see you.